The Viridians were master psychonauts, consciousness explorers who had mapped the dream realms of 47 species. They treated minds like libraries, carefully cataloging thoughts, fears, and subconscious desires. Their technology could pierce the veil of sleep, allowing them to walk through dreams as easily as strolling through a park. When they discovered Earth, they were ecstatic. 8 billion uncharted minds, each a treasure trove of information. The Viridians didn't need weapons or invasion fleets. They had something far more insidious. They would study humanity through their dreams, learn their weaknesses, and conquer them from within. The first Viridian scout, Navigator Zelf, entered the dream of a kindergarten teacher named Margaret Wilson in suburban Ohio. He expected to find simple anxieties about lesson plans or mortgage payments. What he found instead was a nightmare factory that defied comprehension. Margaret's dream started pleasantly enough. A sunny classroom filled with laughing children. But Zelf noticed something wrong. The children's laughter was too sharp, their smiles too wide. Then the walls began to bleed. Not dramatically, just a slow, steady seep of crimson that Margaret didn't even notice as she continued teaching multiplication tables. "This is wrong," Zelf transmitted to his team. The dreamer shows no distress despite the environmental horror. He tried to dig deeper to understand the logic of the dream. That was his first mistake. The moment he engaged with the dream's narrative, it acknowledged him. The children's heads snapped toward him in perfect unison, their eyes now black voids. "You're not supposed to be here," they said in Margaret's voice. The classroom exploded into chaos. The floor became quicksand made of screaming mouths. The ceiling transformed into a writhing mass of spider legs. And Margaret? She kept teaching, writing equations on a board made of stretched human skin, completely unbothered by the apocalypse around her. Zelf tried to leave, but the dream wouldn't let him. Human dreams, he realized with growing horror, weren't passive experiences to be observed. They were living, breathing entities that resented intrusion. Commander Krex received Zeltha's final transmission. "They dream of horrors as comfort. Their minds are mazes of..." Then screaming. Then nothing. The Viridians sent a full team next, targeting a construction worker named David Rodriguez. Surely a laborer's dreams would be simpler, more manageable. They entered during his REM cycle, finding themselves in what appeared to be a normal construction site. Then David started building impossible things. Staircases that led up and down simultaneously. Buildings that existed in 7 dimensions. Concrete that bled and whispered secrets about the universe's eventual heat death. The Viridian team tried to navigate the dream logically, but human dream logic was an oxymoron. "Why is the hammer made of guilt?" one scout asked before a wave of liquefied regret dissolved him. "The scaffolding is held together by childhood trauma," another observed, just before being pulled into a cement mixer that churned out forgotten memories instead of concrete. The team leader, Yorith, made a desperate realization. Human dreams aren't bound by reality. They weaponize contradiction, but understanding didn't save him. David's subconscious noticed the invaders and responded by turning the dream into a recursive loop where the Viridians experienced their own deaths infinitely. Each iteration slightly different but equally horrifying. The Viridian High Council convened an emergency meeting after losing 37 scouts in human dreams. The survivors, those who managed to escape before going completely insane, reported similar experiences. A child's dream where stuffed animals performed surgery on conscious patients while singing nursery rhymes. An elderly woman's dream of a tea party where the guests were all her dead relatives, casually discussing how they planned to drag her to the afterlife. A teenager's dream that was just an endless mall where every store sold different varieties of existential dread. "How do they sleep through such horrors?" the High Chancellor asked. The answer came from their final report, delivered by a scout who'd spent 3 minutes in the dream of a horror novelist. "They don't sleep despite the nightmares. They sleep because of them." Humans process their fears, anxieties, and traumas through dreams. Their subconscious is a waste processing plant for psychological torture. We're not invaders in their dreams. We're contamination in their mental sewage system. The Viridians marked Earth's star system as quarantined, adding a simple warning to their stellar maps. Here there be dragons. The dragons are in their heads. The dragons are made of childhood fears and adult anxieties. Do not engage. Meanwhile, humanity slept on, blissfully unaware that their dreams had become the galaxy's most effective defense system, each night broadcasting a psychic, keep out, sign made of pure, distilled nightmare fuel.